So over the years, I've been trying to get my backyard up to par. No matter what I do, I just can't get it right, right? I even go ahead and get a truckload of topsoil and I cover my lawn all over. After covering the lawn, I plant new seeds, I put down everything I got recommended to put down. Lime, fertilizer, you name it. I did it. And for some reason, all I've been getting is crabgrass and some small grass. It's not green, so now I decide to cut it all down. I went to Home Depot and I get a plow, and that's what I've been doing since day. So I plow the whole thing over here and I rake it out. Over here, not plow as yet, coming to this. So I cut it down as low as possible and I'm plowing out all of it. I'm doing a total new renovation. What I've been having trouble with most is moss. My neighbors got two big trees over there. And for some reason, they said it could be causing from the tree. So I have True Green come, they do their thing, but it wasn't helping. I put down Mass X, I do everything I can do. I use high humic acid product and wanna get it. So now this is my other option. I could have went and get chemical and burn it down, but I choose not to use a chemical. I rather use this, which is much safer. This is what it looked like after I finish tilling. So now I'm gonna go in with my rake, and this rake I'll be using today so I can pull these roots off the ground. But before I use the rake, I'm gonna use my hand to take up the big heavy ones. It's kind of dark now, all the insect in the bush coming out, but I'm gonna take the evening to cut the lawn low. I have my son over here helping me with that, so we're gonna get the lawn going. This is as far as we're gonna go with the backyard. As I mentioned, this is the back. We get rid of most of the previous grass. So this is what it looks like now. We're not gonna do no more killing of grass or pulling out of grass. So this is what it's like, a bit dry. So we're gonna get some grass seed and start putting down our seed. However, for the front, we're going to aerate the sides and the front over there. So we cut this grass down as low as possible Now we're gonna go to the store, get that aeration machine, aerator, and get it going. Now it's all aerated. What that machine does actually bore some hole in the ground. You can see these holes. What these holes does is actually give access to the soil, so the fertilizer and the nutrient could actually penetrate the soil more easier instead of sitting on the surface. In that way, it also allows the waters and everything to actually soak in, take the seeds well, and all of the above. So now that it's all aerated, we're going to move on to the next level, which is detaching. In the back, there's nothing to actually detach, but in the front, we're going to detach it and then get the rake and get rid of the dead grasses. This is the worst part of this process. When you detach and have to rake out all the dead grasses, it's back busting, really annoying. But in order to get a good grass, this is the process. So we're just gonna rake out these dead grasses. That's the hardest part of the work, to get those dead grass out. This rake, not cutting it. I wish I had a super vacuum to just and it's all gone. But now that we finish aerating, detaching and raking up the grass, next step we're gonna put some grass seeds down. This is our grass seed for today, and peat moss, our spreader. We got a small one. We're using Teammate Plus Premium Turf Seed Mix. This is some golf court level thing, you know, professional thing. So we're gonna get this thing spreading in the back. Spread some seeds very thick, so it should come out like a champion. Yeah, so the next advice they suggest is to cover this thing with a thin layer of peat moss. But unfortunately, we don't have nothing to spread the peat moss, so we're gonna try to apply it free-handed. What I'm gonna do first is actually try to rake whatever is on the ground now, try to cover it up with the rake. I'm gonna use the rake to scratch the dirt over it. all seeded and rake. Remaining of seeds. So a lot of people would recommend to cover up the seeds from bird, but I'm gonna use a thin layer of peat moss. As I mentioned before, I don't have I don't have a spreader to spread this thing, so I'm going to try to do it some way. I was thinking about putting it in this spreader and try to see, put it at the biggest guard and see if that can spread it, but let's see what happens. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. Doesn't work. So I'm going to attempt the second way by using the shovel to spread it to see how far I can go with this. Looks like it's working, but it does a slower process. Back open. Looks like I'm in for a whole day work over here. This is the process after putting down the seeds and the peat moss. Thin layer of peat moss. It was a struggle to get the peat moss over it because I don't have that rolling thing. So I did it free-handed with my hands and the shovel. Yeah, so the next important thing, most important thing, is the water. So garden hose over there, and we got a whole lot of sprinkler. So we're gonna set up our water system and turn the water on. And also you want to use some starter fertilizer. They said to put the starter fertilizer down with the seeds, but the starter fertilizer actually lasts for 6 weeks. And within 2 weeks, these seeds will be start germinating. So I'm going to do it a little different, as in wait until the seeds start germinate, then I put the starter fertilizer down, because it makes no sense to actually use the starter fertilizer while there's no germination as yet. So I will be wasting 2 weeks of the fertilizer. So as soon as these seeds start germinating, I'm going to put down my starter fertilizer. So see you in 2 weeks.